Hey, crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky DIY, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba, Canada. Today it is Scrap Attack, and we are playing with the curved label punch. I grew up in Canada, and we have the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. When I saw this stamp, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the CBC logo from when I was a kid. And kind of was inspired and I wanted to create something. So I rummaged and I found a bunch of 3/4 inch scraps in my scrap bin. So I've got a whole bunch that I pulled out here. I've got a piece of, I'm pretty sure this is soft succulent, but again, it was in my scrap pile, so I'm not 100% sure. And I had this card base, which I'm pretty sure is from an old paper pumpkin kit, but I've punched a bunch of the curved label, and I'm just going to stick them on this card. I was going to do it horizontally, but I think I'm going to do a vertical card today, just because I want to make sure that it's actually going to follow through on my vision. And I'm just running strips that will fill. So I'm just going to go ahead and place our first piece, and then we're just going to go and curve them into each other. They do fit. I checked that before I went ahead and created my design. Now I wasn't going to, but I think I probably am going to trim this down a little bit. I'm not sure about the black pieces. We'll see how straight we end up going. And actually, yeah, we are going to trim because we're kind of going a little bit off the rails here with our level of straightness. I should have scored a line, but I didn't. So, and I'm not really paying attention to how my pattern is going together. I mean, I am a little bit, because I don't want to have two right close to each other that are identical. We're just going to go ahead and layer. I don't like that piece. Oh, I'll pull in. I don't think I'm going to use the black, actually. I'm going to pull this guy. I really love, these are all retired papers. Some of them are several Stampin' Up! Catalogs old. All right, and then we'll do this one. Oops. Right here, just. Actually, no, we're going to trim it down. All right, so grab our paper trimmer. And we're going to make our lines straight because we went slightly off the path. Okay, so we're going to trim. And then flip it over. We're going to line it up. So I'm lining it up on this line as well as the, what is the 2-inch line. I'm going to trim there. And then we're just going to go, oh, nice, can't even talk right now. Okay, so we've got 4. I'm going to bring it in 1/8 of an inch. Oh, maybe not quite. 1/8 of an inch, just enough to chop off so we have a little bit of that pattern showing. Then we're going to bring it down to 4. So we've got 2 inches by 4 inches here. And then we're going to do, it's actually really pretty. I would do, ooh, that would be really nice as a tag. Note to self, keep that for a future idea. Actually, do I have a hole punch handy? Probably not. Oh, I do. All right, let's grab, sorry, total, not where I was going with this, but we're headed there now. So I love this black and white gingham. So yeah, we are totally going in a different direction than what I had intended. But again, if you've been around with me for a hot second, you know that where we end up is not always, or even not usually, where we started. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick, cute little tag here. We're going to punch, aim for roughly center. That looks about middle. So then I've got a probably, I don't know, 10-inch piece of ribbon here. So we're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to feed it through. I don't feel like tying a knot today, so I'm going to do the total cheater method here. And then we're going to pull and create a little tag. Lay this flat, and we're just going to trim this guy here. So we've got 4 little tails. And let's see, I should have some dimensionals close at hand. Okay, we're running low on dimensionals on this one, but you can totally use the outside pieces as well for your cards. There's a portion, good enough. Yeah, so totally not where I was thinking we were going to head at all, but it's kind of fun sometimes to go a little bit off the beaten path. Oh, let's make sure we have our card seam on the correct side. Actually, we're going to use this, oops, because I've got it down here anyway. Might as well use it up. Roughly center for this guy. This is 4 1/4 by, I would say probably 1.5 inches. And we're just going to go and layer this on here. So when you go to mail it, if you just tuck it under, it would be perfect. And then we'll do the, where's my sentiment that I had pulled out? From Grassy Grove, sometimes you need to know that someone really cares. That's not quite right, but we're actually going to use the punch for that as well. Okay, so ink it up a couple of taps. And then we're just going to feed, I should have, we'll go the other way. We're just going to do one side curved. I didn't leave enough space on this other side for it. And I think I am actually going to trim this down a bit too. So roughly center, pull it close, and then we're just going to pop it so it's got a little bit of a curve to it. I'm going to trim this down. It is a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. There's one. Flip it this way. I want to keep the straight edge along so it's a little bit easier. All right. And then if you wanted to, you can pop it up onto dimensionals as well. Oops, just banged my camera with my forehead. I think I am going to pop this guy up on dimensionals. You do want to make sure that it will fit through your postal system's slot. Now, oh, please don't stick. Because this side is already popped up, if you wanted to add another dimensional, you absolutely could. I'm just going to leave it like this and grab, what are we going to grab? I think some basic rhinestones for this one, just to give it a simple little dash of bling. Grab your take your pick tool, and we're just going to bling up our little tag part here. Oops. And we'll do one more. Oh, right there, looks good. All right, so totally not where I was intending this to go. I actually wanted this to go across, but when I cut it down, it really screamed tag to me. So great way to use up teeny tiny little bits, and then again, fold it down when you're ready to mail it. Or if you wanted to, you could tie this up into a bow. You could use twine. There's a ton of different ways that you can use whatever is in your craft room into your scrap bin. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit today. I truly appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.